All right, we are here with another championship transformation. I got my man here who has done an amazing job with the last 6 weeks. Absolutely crushed it, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself. What is your name?
Hi, my name's Edward Tong.
And Edward, how old are you?
I'm 26.
26. And what do you do for work, Edward?
I'm a mechanical engineer or a mechanical designer.
Mechanical engineer. So a lot of sitting, I'm assuming.
Yes,
Okay.
very sedentary.
Good. So let's go back to before you joined the challenge with us. What do you think your fitness or your health was like prior to joining the challenge?
My fitness level was very lazy. Like I mostly just hardly worked out at all. Mostly just sat at my desk and just like, especially after COVID, you don't really move around that much. So very unhealthy lifestyle. I personally would believe that.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about lifestyle. So I mean, during COVID, did you gain weight during COVID, or did you have excess weight that you had accumulated? Was it worse at COVID or what?
Um, During COVID, it was technically lower, but it was still higher than what I'm usually used to because it was after I graduated. I put on a lot of weight.
Okay.
COVID definitely tried to equalize that, but it still was much heavier than I was more comfortable with.
Gotcha. So in terms of before, you said you were lighter before. Have you tried any diets in the past before joining the challenge to help you get that weight down?
I used to do keto back when I was in high school, but that was about it.
Okay. And in terms of workouts, have you done anything? Did you do any workouts or anything before joining us?
Mostly just sporadic times working out at the gym.
Okay.
If any. Yeah.
Got it. So you tried keto, worked a little bit, you did workouts, but it was inconsistent. Is that the main reason why you felt you weren't successful in the past to drop down the weight?
Yes, I personally believe that's mostly the case.
Okay. So it's mainly the inconsistency. So let's talk about numbers. What was your weight prior and body fat prior to joining the challenge?
So prior to joining the challenge, my weight was 253.8 pounds, and my body fat percentage was 38%.
Okay, 253, 38%. What size shirt did you wear before joining the challenge?
Wearing an extra large shirt.
How did that fit you? Was it loose? Was it did it fit right or tight?
It did right.
Okay.
That was,
Okay, cool. So you're wearing an XL. How was your energy levels like or stamina like before working with us?
My stamina was pretty awful. I think like running, I would get tired at like 10 minutes. Like constant, like jogging on a treadmill, that would be the case where like the fatigue will set in.
Yeah. Okay, good. So 10 minutes, no energy, you couldn't go past 10 minutes. And being at this size and this weight, having gained it all when you after work, school and everything like that, how'd that make you feel emotionally?
Made me feel pretty, I guess, low self-esteem because you kind of just feel pretty heavy. You feel lazy that you're not doing anything about it, and you kind of just feel kind of upset because you're a lot heavier than what most people are. I think that was a big issue in the case.
Yeah. So, you felt your confidence kind of dwindle at that time. So the good news is you joined us. Let's talk about, you finished the challenge. You absolutely crushed it. How much weight did you lose and how much body fat did you lose?
So I lost at the end of the challenge 20 pounds flat in total. So I was at 233 pounds, and total body fat percentage I ended up was 33.5%, which, if I'm doing my math correctly, is I think 4.5% body fat loss.
That's phenomenal. 20 pounds and almost 5% body fat, 4.5% body fat. How do clothes fit now? What size t-shirt are you wearing now?
I'm wearing a size large. A lot of my dress shirts are now kind of wrinkly because they're a lot bigger than what I currently am now. So that's the case.
Yeah, good problem to have, right? Now you got to get in a whole new wardrobe. Good. Energy levels, what are they like now?
They're very good. Like my stamina has been increasing a lot. I feel a lot stronger. I can do a lot more work now. In this workout, like I tend to do like double fitness classes. I'm able to skip rope for like 30 minutes. Just a bunch of stuff like that.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Going from 10 minutes, not even being able to completing 10 minutes on a treadmill to doing double classes now.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel emotionally now?
Feel very confident. I feel great that I stuck it out in the challenge, that I followed the rule set, that I pushed myself. I felt that I accomplished something, like done very well, that I put my mind to it, and I put all my effort, and I see the efforts pay off. That was definitely a great feeling to have.
Yep. Love it. Love it. Now, confidence moving forward, you know that you can achieve it when you set a goal to it. So that's been huge. That's what I love about fitness. What do you think was missing before working with us? Because you were struggling with this problem before for a while. What was like the main thing that was missing now on why you couldn't drop the weight in the first place?
I think the biggest parts was discipline was number one. And the second one was just a constant routine of things like eating at a consistent schedule and working out at a consistent schedule. I like that the workouts had their own schedule timing. So you feel pressure to come in to meet with the timing of other people. So you don't skip out on the workouts. And I like the fact that, you make yourself have a consistent eating schedule. You end up eating correctly, and you don't binge on one big meal compared to like more manageable meals and a few snacks.
Okay. Love it. So what I'm hearing is basically consistency, discipline, and just making sure structure, and most important, it almost sounds like accountability to do those things consistently enough to see results.
Yes.
Cool. What do you think was what's one thing that surprised you about the challenge?
The biggest thing that I think surprised me about the challenge, I guess, sometimes there would be points of stagnation. I thought it would just always be consistent moving downwards. There's always going to be roadblocks ahead, but that's always the things that you kind of want to push through, and that you talk with your coaches, and just to understand how your body works and not to be afraid when there's something that might be impacting your goals. So that was always a nice thing to go through.
Great message, because it's not always straight. If you looked at your graphs, and I look at a lot of clients' graphs, it's not a straight line down. It's always like ups and downs. But as long as the general trend is downwards, which is kind of what you saw. So what did you enjoy most about the workouts?
I like most of the workouts. They were very very active. They allowed you to push yourself at the effort that you want to put in. I like that the food program was very manageable and easy. There, like, compared to counting calories, there's a lot of leeway for that. But for this one, it just gives you a general guideline of what you should eat. And that takes a lot of mental pressure off of like doing the math and all that stuff. So that was always really good.
Yes, that would have been my next question about the nutrition plan in terms of what surprised you. So that's great. No, that's great that you brought it up. But you know, it sounds like, not having to think about it, because you have this list of foods that you can choose from, and you just followed it, stuck with it, and got results.
Yep.
Cool. I it's nice because I got the opportunity to talk you into doing this challenge. So I'm glad I did, because you got your results. You were sitting in the room with me. At any point was there anything did you feel skeptical about joining?
I felt skeptical that I could push myself to, I guess, completing the challenge, or push myself to lose as much as I did. Definitely, I always thought like this would be, you would lose a little bit, and then that was it, or the results wouldn't be so significant. That would probably be my biggest skepticism.
Okay, so you were skeptical, but now, if you could say something to someone sitting there where you were sitting before, what would be the message you would say to them?
As long as you put the effort in, you can definitely get the effort coming out. Your results will be pretty significant as long as you push yourself and that you can do it. But you have to believe that you want this for yourself, and that you can put everything that you have into it.
Yeah. The amount of effort you put in is what you get out, which is exactly what you did, Edward. Congratulations on completing the 6-week challenge. I always tell clients the true transformation, the results that you've gotten, the 20 pounds, the 4.5% body fat, dropping the shirt size down, they're all outcomes of it, but the true is the transformation. But the true transformation is the fact that you now are someone who stayed consistent, who cares about their health and is focused on it. And that, my friend, is the true transformation. I want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks so much. Is there anything you want to say to the team or your coaches?
I'd like to thank Coach Chris for helping me along the way. Thank you for being accountable and being very nice, and all the coaches for being very interactive and very open. Makes it a great experience to go into the gym, don't feel too pressured about working out. They push you to want to be your best, but not in a more aggressive way, which I really like. Yeah.
Good. Love it, Ever. Thank you again so much for sharing your story. I'm sure it's going to inspire others.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.